And welcome back to another Bestestimes Reborn YouTube video. I'm your host Brad. It's currently 5:24 AM on Monday the 10th of November 2025. The current temperature is 20.9 degrees Celsius, feels like 23.8, 98% humidity, 0 to 1 millimeter chance of rain, 7-kilometer wind gusts, so forth. So, see how we go. I'm going to try and get a bit of the sunrise as I go along. That was the plan. It was pitch black when I was getting ready, and I'm like, oh, hurry up, I might be able to make it while it's still dark and then see the gradual sunrise, but no. Didn't work out like that. This time of the year it gets sunnier a lot earlier. Daylight. So anyway, I'm your host Brad and welcome to Bestestimes Reborn. We're walking over Gundy Hill towards town. I know we've shown that so many times, but the do see changes now and then. So we should be able to see the orange of the sunrise starting to happen. So we should be able to see that. Get that side of it. And we'll get out of the way of Chappie. Don't want to get in his way. Good morning. Friendly fellow. He spoke to me. Oh, Sunday. I think it was Sunday. Said hello. There's the Gundy Hotel, as it's called now, not the Gundy Hill Hotel. It's weird after all those years not putting hill in it when you say the name. Yeah, I'm used to saying the Gundy Hill Hotel if I say it at all. I'll show that on the way past as an update. The moon's still out. Hopefully you can see it on there. It's harder to zoom on this camera. Both my own cameras, realistically. So I've noticed that this is under contract, Kirby's Corner. Someone must be buying it. Hopefully they build something decent. Something good. Yeah, so good to see something happening with it under contract. Wow. Be good once they start building something there or whatever gets done with it. But there's your Gundy Hill Hotel. Or the Gundy Hotel, there you go, see. After all the years of saying the Gundy Hill Hotel for like 35 years or more, makes it hard. But anyway, get used to it eventually. Shout out to the lady who cleans in Reese Plumbing. Always being friendly when I see her, waving and everything. Much appreciated if you watch the videos. Don't know if you watch the videos or just the Facebook page. But she says she likes my photos and that, so there you go. Goodyear to my right, Ampole to my left, and the Metro. If I ever showed like the Metro and the Ampole and that, and the signs flicker, then they don't do that in person. It's just the way the camera handles the LEDs on the pricing, fuel prices. People coming towards me, so I'll have to turn the camera shortly. Castleberry Street, Honeycombs, John Deere down there, Innisfail Pro Motors and such. This is where TJ's Diner is. People still keep asking on Facebook where it is. When anyone posts anything about it, they put that on there. People always ask. It's the old Gundy Hill Bakery. Good morning.
Kept one piece.
Yeah, it's your Gundy Hill Bakery. So, pretty weird looks. I got sun cream takes a little bit to soak in, this particular sun cream. This is this other one and it didn't really do much good, so I'm trialling a new one for the last month or so. And it's been doing quite well actually. I was just watching Toronto walktubers. They got their first snow for the year today. And I'm here in the boiling heat. While I was watching them, I was getting ready to go out in the heat. Well, it's not too bad at the moment. By the time I come home, it'll be like ridiculously hot. But very here, so it's a mobile 24-hour, or mobile central as it used to be called, because the one out across from the, what's that one called? The caravan park on the way out to Marillion. That one there, that service station across from there used to be a mobile, and then the Pezzolitos was a mobile. So this one was the taxi drivers used to call it Mobile Central. If you said you needed a taxi to the mobile, they'd say, "Oh, is Mobile Central?" Yep. That's one across from 180 Edith Street. There's your 180. We're supposed to be getting this Tropic cartridges and printing done up on the outside. I was talking to the owner yesterday. If he gets that grant for the doing up of the facade, said something about new signage. Just a signal tobacconist at 180. Itchy leg. Yeah. Pelican Street, the last one was Carbuta, the one before that I forgot to mention because I was too busy showing 180 in the mobile. This one's Pelican Street. Give it a tad more of a look. I don't think some people know that this is a camera, because it's not the standard looking camera like your mirrorless Nikon or Sony or anything like that, or even a GoPro. Oh, is that a fire engine? No, it's an ambulance, I mean. I looked at it and said to myself, ambulance. Oh, that's loud. Hopefully everyone's okay. It's always a worry. It's a bone-chilling sound, especially when they have it going that loud for a long period of time. Yeah, it's nice and cool at the moment. Do I speak too soon? Often when the sun comes above the line of the buildings and mountains and stuff like that, it gets hotter when I'm doing these walks. Charlotte Anderson's carpet sign, Andersens, Andersens, not Sons. It's getting worse and worse. It's all part of history. Got photos of it when it was a lot better, and you could see it better. The old Leax Chinese restaurant, which has been closed down for like 25 years or more. I remember it in the 90s being open. I only went to it once. Yeah, Leax Young Chinese restaurant. Nearly up to getting close to a kilometre already. There's where Better Home and Living used to be. Redirect Division before that, but it was Kennedy's Better Home and Living. Yeah, no one's leased it out. I wonder if they're wanting too much for it or something, why no one's leased it out. It looks like a nice building. I remember it was built for a mechanic. The one that's in Tramway Street. Repco. That was built for highway tyres. Ibis Street, super cheap auto. Should be good lighting at this hour. Sometimes it looks pretty good on camera. It depends on your settings. You're watching it on a TV or a tablet or whatever. Phone. If you're watching it somewhere where you can have the quality up to the highest, of course that's always better. Have it at 4K, 4K 60 or 4K 30. Sometimes YouTube only allows 4K 30. Sometimes they allow 4K 60. I prefer 4K 60. Just that little bit smoother, a little bit sharper. Yeah, just better for what I do. So I'm trying to get as higher quality footage of Innisfail as possible. So when we look back, it's nice and clear. You can tell what everything is, what it was. There's Merino lawyers. Still got Kayla lawyers at the top. I'm guessing he's part of this Merino lawyers now, and Travis Schultz and partners next to Rebel Coffee. I don't think you'll be able to see it. The Merino lawyers signage. I might actually walk over to it once I get in line with it, just so you can see it, because it's new. I've taken photos of it, of the signage a few times. There's your Rebel Coffee. Yeah, Merino lawyers. Travis Schultz and partners. Show that. So when we look back, we can see it. It still says Kayla Lawyers on the door. So I know what the go is there. It's hard to see, there's reflections when it's slippery. Slippery? Oh, why is it slippery? But anyway. Oh, because of the reflections. There you go. Slippery. Slippery in my mind. Slipped my mind. Yeah, I was watching the Toronto youth walk tubers with their snow, and they're slipping around a little bit. Bit of a worry. You'd have to have decent shoes, but they're people who have lived in Toronto for years, so they know. So they're Vessi shoes and whatnot. Different brands, but they're loyal to, they're used to, and that. So, Studio Cafe, Tour Hub, all that across there. Notice this light's not open very often anymore, so we wanted to get a phone fixed, and I very rarely see it open. Need the battery replaced because it's done the battery bulge, as they do. A lot of glass on the footpath here. I'll let the council know. Saturday I did the walk, last walks. The three videos, 2 walks, 2 different times of the day. Did that 1 minute per location video where I show out the old high school as best as I could. It's Charles Street, the old KFC. Might get that run down, just no use that they have to build a new building there if anything wants to go there. It probably needs to be torn down and that. Sadly, yeah, it's part of history. The old drive-through. I did do video in there when they were still open, like in detail. I think I've set it for like 10 years from now, something like that. Here's the old KFC. Used to be bar track tyres before that. I think it was Paramount Service Centre or something like that at one stage. Paramount something. I remember seeing photos of it, and you can tell for sure it's that building. Starting to get the orange of the sunrise. Hopefully you can see it over the top of Bunnings and towards like Innisfail Food Emporium direction. It's a Sepoy house. You need to show just for a few seconds because of the, it's people's private residence, and we always show respect. So continue along on our merry way. This is where Golden Fleece and then Bill's Service Centre and all that was. Remember in the 70s it was Golden Fleece. I've seen photos. And I remember it as Bill's Service Centre the most. Yeah. That's what I remember it the most. That's where it is. Grady Street. Right down the end there, you get to Clare Street and there's Kmart. Down that way. The Works Department. Mums and Bubs, Memo Medical, part of Memo Medical Centre, that down there. Oh, the lighting's getting better for the camera, hopefully it's nice and clear, nice and smooth. Try and walk a little bit slower. I keep speeding up because I'm used to walking fast when I want to get out of the heat, get out of the rain, whatever. That's the car park for Bunnings. Used to be Innisfail Motor Village, Kevin Bliss Motors, all that in this spot. Eagle Boys, Adra, 7-Day Venice Thrift Shop, Bike Store, Pizza Capers, all in this spot. Different times, some of them. Yeah. There wasn't 2 pizza stores in the one, a lot of shops. At the same time, there were different times. There's where Plains Video used to be, Civic Video, Video 2000, straight across there. Now that's part of Bunnings. That's the way the bins are at this particular time, the bin enclosures. And the bus stop to Cairns. So if you're going to Cairns, you go on this side. And a pair of thongs. Two different styles. And there you go. Chemics. Tomorrow I'll be out recording the Remembrance Day video. Doing that. It's Roscoe's. So, Lioness Market, Saturday, Anzac Park. Says on there. By the time you see this, it'll probably be all finished, all done for the month. Suppose it'll be getting a bit Christmassy by now, the markets. People buying Christmas presents and things. See Roscoe's. Bunnings. That used to be Sam's Warehouse, and before that the Warehouse, and then there was a wine place in there. Remember that? And what was that one before the? I can't think of the name now. I usually know it. Every now and then I'll think of it. Like, oh, yeah. But yeah, like tractor stuff and all that. I can't think of the name. Oh, Hastings Deering. Yeah, I could see see flashing lights down there near the Bamboo Creek Bridge. But I'm not going to walk all the way down there because by the time I get there, it'll be gone. It's down towards KFC, Great Flavour of India, Bedrock Cafe, BP, McDonald's, Subway, Domino's, Kmart. On this side, Running Dan's Butchery, Harvey Norman, Crown Hotel. On this side, Hungry Jack's, which isn't open yet. I think they open around 6, and it's now 5:42. I like to show the advertising so you can see what stuff was available at the time when you look back. I often take photos of this when I walk past and see something different. Like here. Morning. Jack's fried chicken, saucy tenders. Yeah, I was never a fan of the Jack's fried chicken. The couple of times I tried it, that's just personal preference. Some people will probably love it. I was never a fan. When they first brought it out, had some sort of bun roll thing with it on, and okay, but never had any more since then. Anyway, we will continue along. This is Edith Street, or we're on Edith Street the majority of the time. Where I was pointing down towards Harvey Norman, and that was Ernest Street. E-R-N-E-S-T, Ernest Street. A&A Realty and then over unisex salon, and then A&A Realty again. Yep, 2. But they use this one just for the windows, I think, and probably storage, not sure. Yeah, where the soup kitchen used to be. There's loud music playing in there the other day when I went past. KAVA Vanuatu. Yeah, it's a Vanuatu in place now. The basement. Of course, is it underground or down under? I always get that mixed up. The one was down here. The Italian restaurant. Silvio and his wife. It's Commonwealth Bank. Down to the taxi rank. So it's Owen Street, O-W-E-N, Owen. Famish's Cafe. The old White Horse, which was a Soul Patterns and Chemist for a long time. I remember there being a clothing store in there, wasn't there long? It was before Soul Patterns and Chemist. Target Health, and where K10 Shoes used to be. We'll try and get as much detail as we can while we're standing here, like we always do. So you can look back and see the detail properly instead of just zooming past. A lot of walk tubers just zoom past. They're not for history, those people, and that, and to show people what the place is like. It's just some people, it's just this video for the sake of video. For me, there's a purpose. So you can see what Innisfail was like, what Campbell Real Estate was for many years. Bite me takeaway. It's very hard to show in there sometimes because there's usually people in there, whether it's workers or customers, to show what it's like. Seating area. Good if there was lighting under there. There is light things there, but I don't know if there's any bulbs in there. People would steal them. We need to have some sort of grill over it. One night I came in to go to Woolworths and there was lights on in the one up on the corner near the old ANZ. It was very bright. I'm like, where's that light coming from? I'm thinking to myself, and then I got up there and I was like, oh, okay, far out. There's George Kotz's Rothney's Pharmacy. Yeah, it's starting to get hot now. Starting to get quite warm. Starting to sweat. Never fun. I like the old design on here. The old tiles and that, and see the tiles on the floor there. And the doorstep on the stoop. Reminds me of Stoop Kid, if you know, you know. You know that reference? Shirley Florist. Yeah, I like this old like LED lighting, stained glass type thing. It's been there for a long time. I think it's been repainted a few times. See the detail of the tiles. It's on the other side of Rothney's as well. It's good to show because you never know, one day it might come along and it's gone. It does happen. It's where Leotta's Emporium and McGee's and Swingers and that was. Random Butterfly is now. Our current opening time is Wednesday to Friday, 9 AM till 2, and then Saturday, 9 AM till 12 noon. Stay open longer, depending on health issues. That lady's always nice to me. I've got respect for that. Ah, people graffitiing with chalk. Would be easier for the council to get rid of. A lot easier. Hopefully one day they've gotten rid of these pavers and put in all that pebblecrete stuff. It doesn't look very nice when it's all dirty, the pebblecrete, but it's got a bit more grip. You see in some spots where they put it in, when the mold gets on it, ugh, it can be slippery too. So yeah. If you see my Saturday morning video, I think it was Saturday morning, I did a few lately, so bear with me. I showed over here. That's why we're walking over here to show it, just in case I don't come back down this way. Look at all the rubbish here. Far out. Is it tissues or something? Looks like tissues. Blame the minor bird. Yeah. They got issues with tissues. Outside the Westpac Bank. I don't know. Put them in the bin. Anyway, they were doing work here on these. Well, assuming they would have had the tiles done by now, but I don't know how it works. So, and you can see in my video on the end of it that there's you can actually see in there where the butcher used to be with Reese and Co. There's jaggeds. But Jill Stationery here, they had the door open. You could sort of see inside and it was really dark. I don't know what that was all about. Whether they were doing a little bit of work in there as well or just where they were putting their equipment. I'm not too sure. Hair manor. Just there. So what do they do? They can do A4 and A3 colour photocopies, A4 and A3 black and white photocopies, scanning to USB or email, binding, laminating, printing from USB sticks, and print your emails. There you go. So is that on there? Johnston River Singers celebrate Christmas, Monday the 1st of December 2025 from 9:30 AM at the Innisfail Uniting Church in Scullin, 8 Scullin Avenue. There you go. That's near the cemetery, for those who don't know. The Innisfail Cemetery. Yeah, I really like what they've done outside the Wealth Pilates. I hope people never wreck it. They have all the nice plants in that. I've shown them as best as I could in the one of my 1 minute per location videos. There's the Chemist Warehouse, the old Region Arcade. Up towards Rankin Street, a lot of birds flying around. Hopefully they'll show up. And there's towards Owen Street. You can see a lot more detail of that particular stuff in the 1 minute per location videos. There's an actual playlist with them all in there. You could press play all and it would play them all, which is great. Yeah, this insurance place has been closed down for years. I suppose no one's ever taken it over. It used to be covered in spider webs at one stage, all the way through here, through the opening. Yeah. Due to unforeseen construction work, this office has temporarily closed. If you require assistance, please contact Dennis, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. That's been closed for a very long time. So I don't think there's anything in there. This tobacconist has got one of those signs on there like the other one, like the one in Ernest Street. This premises is closed. It's the health department stuff. Interim closure order. It's got on there. Yeah, a quick photo like we always do. That on the end of the video if we can. Certainly try. To be able to read it better if the photo turns out right. And there's Brumbies. I like their new doors, it looks so much nicer. Yeah, that's another one that's hard to show in because there's usually people in there. Ceiling fans. Yeah, the thing with ceiling fans is you often get it'll dry food out, bread and stuff, ceiling fans. I even find that at home. Air conditioning can do the same too though. See, this is a pop-up for Lorraine Jewellers. It's all clothing and that. In the old Best Chen restaurant, Noodle House. Yeah, Lorraine Jewellers. Got a detail. Classic cuts, hair and beauty signage and the gorgeous nails and spa. Inside arcade. Yeah, as much detail as we can. It's hard when these people are sitting on the corner up here. I'm not going to show the way they look at me and the things they say sometimes. Some of them do, some of them don't. Yeah, they look down on people. They don't understand what they're doing. They don't get it. Yeah, well, hopefully people will be watching this after I've long passed away. Be good if people can watch them then. Good. If I can keep doing them too. The old ANZ, bobcatter. Oh, they're finally markings on the zebra crossing. It's been a few weeks. But it was just random lines on there. But they've done the other one too, this is Rankin Street. The one near the post office looks like it's been repainted. You can see it down there. Hopefully. Yeah, they turn around and give me really weird looks, these people. I know what the deal is. I mean, they've seen me hundreds of times doing my videos. I mean, I see that guy just about every time I come in town in the morning. Yeah. Oh well, you know, each their own. If they don't understand what I do, well, yeah, they could ask. Just cut a court. Post office here. It's been all rendered a couple of years ago. Oh, the glass is a bit mouldy. That's how it goes, so I expect that here. Oh, someone's sleeping there, so we won't show that out of respect. Those are starting to run, of course. There's the sun and the sunrise. Oh, that's bright. Be nice when it gets a bit higher. Not heat-wise, but like eyeline-wise. I know I sweat too much for sunglasses. Oh, why don't you wear sunglasses and a hat? Oh. I'd like to have the Meta sunglasses, the newer ones. The ones that have the AI stuff. The artificial intelligence. But the what do they call it? The one where it overlays information on the screen. They've brought out some that do that.
26 minutes 30 seconds.
Yeah, they brought out ones that do that. They're pretty cool to have. But anyway, we'll talk over that. Someone getting all dodgy and swearing and stuff. Riverside Family Dental. Max Employment. It just has Max on it now, but it used to be called Max Employment. Employment, Health and Learning. There we go. Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. I remember Scripture Union being in there. A really nice lady ran it. I don't know if she owned it, but she ran it. And that I used to go in there and buy CDs. Yeah, it's good. RSL. The RSL seems to do well in them for the breakfast. Now they're open for breakfast a lot of the time. I don't know why they still have the Stone Grill sign on there. It hasn't been Stone Grill for years. The hottest concept in healthy dining. But it's on there, it's history. It's interesting that it's still there. I find it quite interesting. Anyway, we might cross over. There's a lady coming. Fitzgerald Esplanade. This is where the Remembrance Day celebrations or service will be over here. Fitzgerald Esplanade. It's the sun shining on the South Johnson River. Yeah, really nice. Got to get a few photos for the thumbnail and stuff, so we might get some of that. See how it turns out. It may not come out very well because it's too bright. Hopefully the phone adjusts for it. and get something out of it. It's funny watching the people over in Toronto live streaming as it's happening, and it's all snowy and seems like all wet snow and all that, and then thinking about it now, I'm walking along and I'm sweating. Ah, it's a different part of the world, but still, you know. It's funny when I chat with a friend of mine in America, and he's saying it's freezing cold, and here it's like boiling hot. They're getting like, at some stages, like 3 degrees Celsius, things like that. And we're getting like 30 at the time when I'm chatting with him. What's it say? Assembled on October 28th, 1981 at a district gathering celebrating the 100th anniversary of the proclamation of the Johnston Division, and established on January 17th, 1982, the 100th anniversary of the appointment of the division's first board members, so forth. Oh, there you go. But it doesn't say when it's meant to be opened. Anywhere on there. I'm sure it used to say, but I'm not sure. I'm 100% sure on that. It's been so long, but yeah. Sure, at one stage it says proudly supported by dairy farmers. The other one's rubbed off. But yeah, it doesn't say when it's supposed to be opened. It'd be an interesting one to see. I know it got trashed in Larry. I don't know if they put everything back in there or not. I don't know what happened there. But I remember it was knocked over for ages. I remember coming down here and seeing it. Oh, wow. Nice scene there with the sun in the background. We'll try and get the full time capsule in with the sun in the background. There we go. If we can line it up right and not have the sun in our eyes. And get a photo or three. Hopefully it'll turn out good. Who remembers the hall that used to be here with the stage and all this sort of stuff in this location? Yeah, I remember it. I remember there was a second-hand dealer in that spot at one stage. And Dave's detailing den. I remember where the hall was, out the back. Skillshare had a bit of a thing, teaching welding and soldering. I went there and got a welding license back in the day. Yeah. Gosh, in the 90s. Probably late 90s. Yeah. I remember a guy called Steve, who was one of the teachers. I remember his last name, but I'm not going to say it on video. I can picture the other guy, but I can't think of his name for the life of me. That looks beautiful down there. The river. Whew. I don't know, these people are coming, so we'll turn the camera the other way, out of respect, like we always do. Oh, what's happening down there? There's all like foggy type stuff coming out. Maybe it's cold stuff. No, there's a guy out leaf blowing. Oh, there you go. Explained it. I don't know if you can see it. Look at all the dust and that. Not the best time to be doing it when there's a heap of people trying to get their coffee and that. Yeah, oh well. Innisfail seafood. That's what that is, and Rain and Horn here. Anyway, we'll continue along. It's nice to see it being cleaned, but yeah, little leaves on the cement, the concrete. Going to be coming along, so we'll turn the camera the other way, but it's nice here anyway. I like showing all the trees, sun shining on it, tree canopy and all that. It's nice. Morning. Hope people appreciate the manners and respect by, you know, turning the camera away and having that respect. Yeah, the sun's shining really nice through there too. I was thinking, oh, that'll make a nice photo. But then the phone camera doesn't necessarily capture it as good as I'm seeing it. Oh, well, if it ends up on the end of the video, then it turned out alright. Because of where the sun is, you're getting those long shadows still. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, those long shadows. Johnson River through there, but the sun's coming through. I hope you're enjoying this content. If you are, let us know in the comments, and by liking, sharing, subscribing, all that jazz. Much appreciated, always appreciated. Yeah. Good morning. But yeah, some people sort of reluctantly. I don't think they know how to take someone with a camera, or look that I'm facing it the other way, out of respect. Or they don't even realise it's a camera, but they just, oh no, he's got a long beard, he must be a deviant. No. Don't judge a book by its cover, so I'm certainly not. I'm out sharing Innisfail for history, community, to promote Innisfail as well. Love where you live. And make the most of it as best you can. Yeah, I wish there was a wide pathway all the way around where you could walk like 17, 20 kilometres just on a wide, nice pathway. It'd be great. And I go down past the tennis courts. It's been a little while since we've shown that. It's the old nurses' quarters, the hospital, Innisfail District Hospital. It's Alice Street back there, that very steep one. Skate park over there. Sorry, the camera's moving quite fast at times. It's set to do it slower, but sometimes it just drifts, does it a little faster than I would like. Don't know where we'll go after the tennis courts, but we'll see what we can do. Shout out to everyone who comments on old new Innisfail photos on Facebook and on here, the Bestestimes Reborn, that they enjoy the content. Shout out to Shorty, who watches from over in Western Australia and enjoys it. Enjoys the content. The daughters have come up and told me that she loves watching it, and she gets a kick out of hearing her name on there, her nickname. It's a Geraldton Bridge, that's there. Where I saw that bull shark the other day. Yes, a lot of people commented it's a bull shark. I said that on the posts I put on old new Innisfail photos and on the other one. It's getting warmer and warmer as the day progresses, as it does, as expected. Oh, lady coming, so we'll face the camera the other way. Always respectful, always family friendly content. Whew. Good morning.
Morning.
Beautiful day. Oh, someone on a push bike. Oh, someone's turning in here. You can see them. Okay. Morning. This turns into Emily Street, down to the Innisfail State School. Used to be known more as Central State School back in the day. Keep going down Fitzgerald Esplanade past the tennis courts. Hopefully one day they'll fix up the pathway that goes between the tennis courts area next to it and the Innisfail State School. It got ruined when they did all the works, and they had all the machinery there and totally trashed it. Never fixed it up. I've mentioned it to council many times that it needs fixing up, but they don't. Because I know children do walk along there. It's a tripping hazard. Makes it harder for people with mobility issues too. I personally wouldn't walk through there if I had full-on mobility issues. No, just not worth it. Not worth the risk. Anyway, hopefully you can see it clearly that it's been trashed completely. Needs replacing. Let's get a photo for snap sense of. Let the council know again. So bear with me for a few seconds. I'll face the camera up here so you can see a bit more detail. Instead of the same thing over and over. Pavement damaged, yes. Hopefully other people get on there and snap sense of it as well on the app. And let them know, let the council know that it desperately needs fixing. Because imagine when it's wet here how soggy and yuck it would be, because it does flood through here. I don't know if it will now they've done all the upgrades on the pipes and stuff under the road. Let's see what happens. Next time there's any sort of flooding, I might come down and have a look. Face the camera towards the tennis courts, clubhouse. Good morning. Are walking her doggy? Remember they had to replace some of the tennis courts due to the pipes and things. I don't know whose responsibility that was, whether it's the council, main roads, whoever was doing all this, or the tennis courts themselves, like the tennis club. There's people standing down there. We might turn back. We've shown down here many times. I just wanted to show this main part. That's where they had to put the new courts in, because they had pipes and things there on there for years. Big concrete things in that structures, which you could see was wrecking the tennis courts.
Total 3 kilometers. 39 minutes 54 seconds. 3,000.
Now this time, that's from the start of the walk.
Heart rate 114
Not from home, this
beats
is
per
from...
minute.
I started it about a second before I pressed record on the camera, so there you go. Innisfail District Tennis Association, Inc. club website play.tennis.com.au/ODTA. There you go. Narada Tea advertising there. We're a sponsor. Support it. NQ Equipment Hire. Another Narada Tea celebrating 27 years of sponsorship. Wow, it's a while. Quite a while. Dynamic Timbers. Strength behind Innisfail District Tennis Association. There you go. Yeah, it gets a lot of use later in the day. You think there'd be people there in the mornings, like now, having a go when it's a little bit cooler. Because I've come along here at this hour and seen people there, especially in winter. Yeah. But anyway, let's continue along. Might go up Rankin Street past the hospital. Might be the best way to go because we've already walked down the other way. See what we can see. Past the Good Counsel Primary School, the Catholic Church, etc. I finished the video, I might make a second video. See how we go. Heat wise, it'll wear me out. I actually like the way they've done this. I just wish they'd put markings on here indicating that it's for cycling and for people walking. I wonder what this sign is. Does this sign indicate that it's for both? No, it doesn't. It's just a one for the crossing here. Be nice if the pathway went down here too, and around and down to the school. That would be a lot nicer. Yeah, they were talking about making a path network. And I didn't get to go over to the meeting. I wanted to go to it, but I wasn't feeling well, so I didn't get to. But I put my comments in the survey and that they put up. And being a very, very, very regular and long standing pedestrian in this town, but millions of kilometres of walking in this town, I know where there's stuff up and where they could do better and where it could be fixed and all that sort of stuff. There's a lot of tripping hazards in places, especially where tree roots and stuff are grown and wrecked the pathway, like over River Avenue, where they could put lighting there, and lighting at the Gundi sports ground around that track there, the footpath / bike track. That's where Coons' cash store used to be. This is the corner of Emily and Rankin Street. Some of these things we've shown in full detail in other videos, so I'll just go past it and show a bit, like we do. Oh, this is left like this, so much of a hill here in the spot. Must be a reason. Originally. The rubbish truck. It's Monday. Our rubbish gets picked up on Tuesday. St. John's Community Care. Over there. Show the garbage truck. I know some people like that. Seeing differences, especially if they don't live here and they want to see what it looks like. Good morning. Hey, good, thanks. How are you? John's Community Care. There's the emergency hospital. The main entrance and that. No smoking or vaping within 5 metres of boundary. Okay. There you go. Oh, it's hot. It's getting hotter and hotter and hotter as it progresses, as always. The old Presbyterian church. It was hence the realty for a while. It was an Airbnb. Then it was up for sale, but I don't know if it's sold. There's no sign there anymore, so I assume it did. Whew. pigeons on the old Dr. Tuttle surgery and house. Oh, Sherwood Medical Centre, as it was. Yeah, there was a sign outside there, one of those proposal signs, saying they were proposing a food and drink and beverage place there, change of use and all that. Yeah. Well, there's back down where we just came from, down Rankin Street. We're nearly up to the 1 hour recording mark. Coming up on Alice Street. Alice Street goes across. It's Dr. Alan Maroof Corner. Like I said, where Dr. Tuttle's used to be. I'm assuming Dr. Alan Maroof had that at one stage. Comes the garbage truck. I don't know if that's the same one. I assume it would be. Down Alice Street. Yeah, you can never go in this church anymore and record. So I haven't been able to for years. The Anglican, yeah, Anglican Church of Australia, Diocese of North Queensland. Yeah, it'd be nice to get video and photos in there, but I think they've had stuff happen in there that they never have it open. Probably when there's a service, a funeral or something on in there. Reverend Michael Lindsay is the rector. There you go. Rector at AnglicanCastleberry.com. There you go. Nice flowers here. Show these for a sec. I always like to show nice flowers. This is where St Albans Hall used to be, just up here to my left, just past the rectory. Yeah, we used to go on the other side of the road lately, but we'll stay on this side for a bit till we get further down. There's a weird smell here, like a rotten sort of smell. That's where the St Albans Hall used to be. Sad that got ruined in Cyclone Larry. That was popular. A lot of people had their reception for their weddings and that, their wedding receptions and that. I went in there probably twice, I think. Yeah, we were looking at places for someone's wedding years ago. And another time, I can't remember why the other time. Yeah, there's definitely a smell. I don't know if it's these rubbish bins, probably is. Or something. Hopefully this get past the smell. There's some nice flowers here we'll show, like we always do. A lot of people like seeing all that, and I like seeing it, so good to show. Some people are just shocked at how green it is here, and well, it's starting to not be as green as it used to be. Backpackers retreat. They need their cameras fixed. Yeah, I remember I knew someone who lived in these back in the day. Random trolleys with rubbish in it, that's nothing new. You see more and more of those now that the council took away a lot of the rubbish bins. I'm playing loud music at this hour. I don't know. But anyway. It's one that used to be Codge Lodge, now Innisfail accommodation hub. No resident workforce accommodation. Oh, non-resident. Yeah, non-resident. Show that as much as we can as we go past. Cotter's Corner up here, where Dr. Cotter had his surgery back in the olden days. People have said that was that was a hospital at one stage. And they say one of the places in Denell Street was a hospital too, but I don't know how right that is. It might be, I'm not saying it's wrong, but there's the Catholic Church, Mother of Good Counsel Catholic Church. This is Grace Street. And towards the Esplanade we were walking before. I was showing the beautiful Johnston River. Yes, I was looking after the Geraldton Bridge when I saw the bull shark. So, ooh. Yeah. If you watch that video, the Innisfail Estate video, the latest Innisfail Estate video, which is available this week sometime, I think it's late in the week or early next week, I've set it for. You'll see what I'm talking about. If you look on old new Innisfail photos on Facebook, you'll see the photos. People said, oh, the water's too clear. Yeah, because it was low tide. There's no visual enhancements or editing or anything. Just putting the watermark on there was the only editing. And copyright and all that. Date. All those thingies. The old cane growers. Finnished, Innisfail, cane growers, Innisfail. Queensland Country Bank in the corner. And MODA Real Estate. Moda. Oh, anyway, senior helpers here. And Queensland Government Department of Resources Service Centre. There you go, it's over there. You can see it's very 70s. I wonder when this building was built, because it used to be a hotel here, a pub or something, by photos I've seen. And that, you got your Queen's Hotel here, which I think is, oh, I forget what they called the one that used to be there. If you know, let us know in the comments. What was there before that? It's the Queen's Hotel, which hasn't been open for a long time. I think they just do accommodation upstairs. Maybe they could turn it all into accommodation, I guess. Could probably do with it. There's the Ellen Roof House for the library, Town Library, Rankin Street Medical, and the old library, which after Cyclone Larry was the Shire offices for a while there. Shire Hall. So the lighting would probably be quite nice, shining on the Shire Hall at the moment from the golden hour type sun. Let's have a look. Hey, I don't think I've ever seen a cassowary on one of these. Bin enclosure here, cassowary. Know what's on the other side of it. Let's have a look. Another cassowary. With the same picture. Anyway, there's the Johnson Shire Council Shire Hall. Now it's the Cassowary Coast Regional Council, but glad they've left the Johnson Shire Hall on there. Queen's Hotel. Grand Long Place, used to be Rankin Terraces. And then licence newsagents. Sign's a bit dirty on the front, where it says the Weekend Post and all that. At least it's still got the Innisfail Advocate written on there. I like that. There's all the Art Deco buildings down there. A lot of Art Deco buildings in Rankin Street. Now I want to show you this Innisfail Advocate written on there before it's gone. Because the sign's getting a little run down. After a while you won't be able to see it. There's the side of the Shire Hall. No. Taylor's Jewellers clock there. Of course Taylor's Jewellers is long gone now. It was a staple for people getting their watches, watch batteries replaced and buying jewellery and other things they had. Yeah, Innisfail Advocate. That was the local newspaper. the paid newspaper for many, many moons. There's Larson's. And there. So we'll head down now Rankin Street. This it used to be Sepand Italy, I mean, Taste of Italy. There was Time Out Cafe before that, and before that, Anderson's Carpet. Pappy's Gym. But there used to be a DJ equipment hire place here. This used to be Jack Jacobos's Chemist. Now it's Health, Healing and Harmony. It's been there for a fair few years now. Since Jack Jacobos retired. Yeah, this Pebblecrete has a bit better grip on it. Someone coming out of the gym.
5,160 steps.
You know they were coming, but wouldn't have been facing it, the thing. You can't see them anyway. This tobacconist seems to be still going. There's been signs on the other ones, health department signs, but this one hasn't got one. Unless they had one and they took it off. That's the National Australia Bank, the NAB. Stands for National Australia Bank, for those who don't live in Australia or have never been to Australia. It's where the Innisfail Advocate office was at the end, and they closed down. It's now Arnell and Cooper Lawyers, which used to be down where, what's that place called now? Didn't cut a cord anyway. Albert's, yeah, Albert's. When I first saw this, it was the National Bank. And upstairs was Kip McGrath tutoring. There's Australia Post. Well, I don't know if Kip McGrath was there at the start when I first saw it, but it was there for a while there. Down Edith Street, towards Owen Street, that direction. Time is it now? 6:32 a.m. If I was to finish the video and go home, I could be home by 7 a.m. I'll go and buy a soft drink somewhere. I might do a second video. We'll see how I feel once I've had a bit of soft drink. Let's see. There's professionals, real estate. I don't know that we need another real estate agent, but anyway. Where IK Plus used to be. Lagana Pharmacy, My Choice Butcher, a lot of other different places over the years. Burn Travel. It's been closed down for years and just left like this. I've seen people coming and having a look and like, oh, when does this open? And they don't realise it's closed because I don't think they like or been closed down for years. Queensland Rail, the old Greyhound signage. Interesting to show for history. The old American Express credit card signage and the old Qantas. I think it's interesting to show that and the old. I like the old tiles here. I mean, they're not the nicest, but it's just classic to see the old tiles still here. This was Dairy Queen and Izzy's and all that back in the day. It's now She Dreams in Colour, the tattoo place. Very popular. Never see anyone going in there, but it must. People must, it's just not when I'm around. Well, I'm around at this hour of the morning sometimes, but I'm here during the day at times, so I'm fully in the daytime. Oliveries, Continental Deli, etc. Neatest gifts souvenir. Gonna stop over here for a second. I might see if I can get some video in Brumbies just slightly, because I want to get a soft drink from there. Get the camera straightened. I'll give you something to look at. Let's show it that way. Let's go. Oh. Camera turned around. Let's have a look. It's starting to get a bit too thingy here. Continue. Along on our merry way. Got a sausage roll. Continue up Edith Street. Along our way. I'm going to have some of this once I've finished. Where I showed before, used to be the butcher's. There's a bird's nest up there. Birds coming to and from it.